So this is another escape from one of the 5 dominant positions. Remember, I promised you each time we got together, I would teach one escape of the dominant positions, because what happens if somebody else gets you in a dominant position and you don't know how to get out, right? So knowing the dominant positions is important, very important, the first thing to learn, but also having at least one escape from each of them is pretty important too, in case somebody else knows a little bit of jiu-jitsu. All right, so he's on knee on belly, okay? This is a very bad place for me, remember, because he can punch me all he wants, he can throw elbows, it's also head strikes, Steven Seagal head strikes, and also it's really bad because, see, look, he can look around and he can see if there's another bad guy, or he can run or whatever, right? So I got to get out of here. There are many different escapes from here, but the one that I've been learning lately and drilling lately, it will work with both the gi and no gi. So basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get this arm underneath his ankle, okay? And I'm going to try to get it to where his ankle is like right here in, where my arm is bending, okay? So I'm going to try to slip it through there. If he knows what he's doing, he's not going to let me do that. But like I'm looking for that opportunity where I can get the space and I can get underneath here. Now, I'm still in danger, right? Like, look, I mean, he can punch me if I do that. So I'm still in a really bad spot, right? Like knees or elbows or whatever. I got to get it in here, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to basically grab his thigh right here. See how that, I'm just going to put my hand right there. So that ankle, or the bottom of his shin, is right there on my bicep, right in that crevice. So I got that there, right? And I'm holding on. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep this elbow in here close, because if I give any space, it's going to cause me more problems, right? So I want to keep this elbow in up against my body. All right, I'm going to grab his collar. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to try to push him that way, and it's not going to work because, see, look, he's got that rudder out there. So I'm going to try to push him that way in hopes that he'll fight back, and then I can sweep him over this way, right? Now, when I do, I want to stay close to him. I don't want to give him any space, okay? So let's do it one more time. Yeah, that that little part where he got underneath my arm, that actually hurt my ribs right there, that little bit, because he was able to get that knee right in there. All right, so I don't want to have any space here because he can armbar me and it gets me worse. So I want to keep this in here, keep this here. He could be punching or whatever. I'm trying to protect myself. I'm in a bad spot, but I got to get out of here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this under here, right under here, and put my hand on his thigh right there, whether he has shorts on or pants or whatever. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to push him this way in hopes that he'll fight back, and I'm going to sweep him over and then put all my pressure on here, okay? If I don't put the pressure on him, he's got what's called a shield guard here, and I'm in trouble. I'm in a better place than there, but I'm not in a good place. If I keep the pressure on him, then I can start to try to pass his guard and get into one. I can come up to knee on belly on him, or go to north-south or whatever. So that's one of our escapes. There are more escapes, but there aren't a lot of escapes from knee on belly, are there? I mean, not a lot.
That's about the main one I use.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot more submissions and strikes from the top guy than there are escapes from the bottom guy. So it's not good to be there.